Man, CORLEONE, man. Song of the week, Mission. Let's go.
Baby girl, I'm on a mission. I don't need no distractions. I don't mean to sound cocky. What I want, I can have it. Facts. What I want, I can have it. Baby girl, I'm on a mission. I don't need no distractions. I don't mean to sound cocky. What I want, I can have it. You can call me what you want. Just know one thing, I ain't average. I know they mad about something. I don't know what's the matter. Baby girl, I'm on a mission. I don't need no distractions. I don't mean to sound cocky. What I want, I can have it. You can call me what you want. Just know one thing, I ain't average. I know they mad about something. I don't know what's the matter. Algebraic expression, someone tell me what the problem is. I'm a real boss, man, really known to handle business. Better ask about me, 100 rounds on the chop, I know he ain't surviving. A lot of niggas really envy me, scared to admit it, but it's cool, I ain't tripping, I do this to motivate the trenches. Ha, it's really all about a profit, I can give it to you raw, I can serve it to you cut. Dead presidents in my pocket, August cemetery, all this ice around my neck, it got me dripping like it's melting. I came a long way from Section 8 in public housing, and I ain't reached my pinnacle, I'm far from ordinary. Baby girl, I'm on a mission, I don't need no distractions. I don't mean to sound cocky, what I want, I can have it. You can call me what you want, just know one thing, I ain't average. I know they mad about something, I don't know what's the matter. Baby girl, I'm on a mission, I don't need no distractions. I don't mean to sound cocky, what I want, I can have it. You can call me what you want, just know one thing, I ain't average. I know they mad about something, I don't know what's the matter. I like them with a small waist and nice zips, so when I'm in it from the back, I get a nice grip. She wants Chanel and that Gucci, that expensive shit. And it ain't tricking if you got it, so I'ma break her off. You dig that? Baby girl, I'm on a mission, I don't need no distractions. I don't mean to sound cocky, what I want, I can have it. You can call me what you want, just know one thing, I ain't average. I know they mad about something, I don't know what's the matter. Baby girl, I'm on a mission, I don't need no distractions. I don't mean to sound cocky, what I want, I can have it. You can call me what you want, just know one thing, I ain't average. I know they mad about something, I don't know what's the matter.
Know that.
Sir, that was Mission, man, by Man CORLEONE. We call you Mr. Q93 now, huh?
I guess so, man.
Facts. Now, how the song came about, bro?
The song came about, I was really trying to do something different. I was tired of the drill rap, whatever you want to call it, street rap. I'm like, damn, shit, I'm tired of that shit. Like, I need to do something. Now I'm trying to grab some more, some more listeners. Like, it's cool to, please my fans and the supporters that I got now, but I'm like, man, I need something else. So I have some equipment that me and my cousin went half on. We got inside the crib for us to kind of work on our craft some more. So I ended up throwing the beat on because I freestyle. So I ain't want to go to the studio and spend $200 on studio time on that type of beat or something and just be like, man, I ain't come up with nothing.
Right.
So I ended up finding that beat, and I don't really listen to the beats long enough to really like kind of, because I feel like if I listen to it and rap to it and try to find a flow for it, I'm gonna mimic that flow, and I can do more stuff with just listening to it and just coming straight out. So I ended up was inside, just locked myself in, recording myself, and shit flowed out, and I'm like, all right, cool. I'm feeling this. All right, cool. But I had a little bit of auto-tune. I ain't have all of the auto-tune on that program. So I had a little bit of auto-tune. And I ain't recorded with auto-tune at first. I didn't. I thought it was going to be nice, raw with my regular voice. All right. And once I heard the auto-tune on it, I'm like, nah, the auto-tune got to go on it. Yeah, it's better. So I just threw that on there. And like the second verse, I know you hear kind of like the tribute to Soulja Slim or whatever the case may be. Like, I like him with a small waist and nice zip. I was just trying to it was just like 8 bars or whatever the case may be. So I was trying to do something to it. Yeah, add some New Orleans to it. Okay. So just to stamp it like that.
Now, this your first song on the radio?
Yeah.
Now, how does that go? You change up your style for once, and the first song, well, probably one of the first songs that hit the radio. What that mean?
Wait, I'm kind of really? It's the second one, but the first radio show, it was like I don't know if you ever heard of him. His name Dime P or something like that.
I think I heard of him.
Yeah, he had like a little radio going, and it was like in Lake Charles or something like that, Lafayette. It was like a little small station where they played the stuff at. But I was like 17 at the time.
Was it a drill song?
Yeah. It was a drill song, but different style. First time, I mean. It felt good. I ain't gonna lie. I mean, I'm still in shock. I'm still kind of in shock. Like, man, what in the world going on? Like,
it's crazy because I was just talking about this on another podcast with a lot of the artists in New Orleans. They say the radio not playing the local songs and stuff, and it's crazy because I just seen it on your page that they play the song. So, what are your thoughts on that about the radio not playing local songs?
I think they want it wanted to be played 24/7 mainstream on the radio, like how they play Chris Brown, they play Drake, they play. But the thing is, everybody not making music for the radio. Right. Y'all understand that? Like that song when I was making that, I was literally making. As you
that
can
was your
tell,
target audience.
Yeah, as you can tell, it has one curse word in it, and I said nigga one time, but it's blurred out. You see what I'm saying? But other than that, it was kind of almost impeccable to why I didn't use any curse words. But people not making music for the radio, so it's like they can't promote violence out there on the damn radio. You see what I'm saying? So it's like. You gotta understand. You gotta know your audience when you're making music. So you can't just look for somebody to go straight and stamp it on the radio. I mean, you hot, you got a buzz, but it's just like everything can go on the radio. Like Bounce has his own segment on Saturdays. Yep. You know what I'm saying? And they got their own segment for local artists on Thursdays night. But a lot of people don't know that because they don't actually listen to the radio.
I didn't know that as well, but I heard it when he said, "We've been promoting your song the whole week." And what he called it?
Nola Next.
Nola Next.
Yeah.
Nola Next.
Yeah. So what they was doing, he was playing like a little 1 minute snippet or whatever, like, yo, it's Trey White, our artist of the week, MAINE, CORLEONE, and they was letting the song run in the background. And he was telling artists, if you want to get on the radio, you got a song, go send us the RSC code and make a clean version of it and bring it to us. See, that's another thing. You got to have a certain code to get your music on the radio. So you got to pay for that. But a lot of artists don't even pay for beats.
I know that. That's kind of like a podcast code. We get that same thing. Now we went to the radio, but we want to bring it back a little bit to your story of who is MAINE CORLEONE and where did he come from. So first of all, let's talk about the name. MAINE CORLEONE, I think, is some mafia type shit. So where you was going with the name?
All right, cool. So I mean, I came up with the name like because at first I started off with hella names. I started off with King Man. I started off with J117. I just landed it like my mama called me MAINE. Like
started off with Lil Man, a young man.
No. I thought about it, dude. I thought about it.
All right,
but my mama called me MAINE. Like if you know me, you gonna call me MAINE. You see what I'm saying? Some people choose to call me Jermaine. That's my government name, but I just like a lot of people call me MAINE, so I just stuck with the MAINE because that's something she called me. But the CORLEONE, it just come from like like you said, a mob background. Like The Godfather was my favorite movie, and my name Jermaine. I was named Jermaine after my godfather, my daddy's best friend.
So it all ties in.
Yeah, it just ties in. I just put it together like it's what it is, and that's just how I stamped it. And I mean, that's when I started getting a buzz actually after that name. I wanted to change it plenty of times. Like, man, I don't like this name. Then Baton Rouge rappers started throwing it at the back of their name. So every time I did a concert, I had like a little drop top, flat top fleet. They were like, "Oh, you from Baton Rouge?" I'm like, man.
Damn. Now, speaking of that, where are you from?
Holly Grove.
Holly Grove.
I'm from Holly Grove. Yeah.
So this is where, for people who don't know, this is where Lil Wayne is from, right?
Yeah, correct.
Now, how was it growing up in Holly Grove?
Shit. I mean, I ain't have no worries. I mean, honestly, like, I'm gonna be honest. I ain't have no worries. Like growing up, it was just I see my grandparents most of the time.
Okay.
So that's where they stayed at, and my daddy lived down there. He was working offshore, but he also did his thing on the side or whatever it may be. So he made sure they bills was paid, and it was good. Like I didn't see any no real
violence.
No, I seen plenty of violence. Oh hell yeah, I seen.
Sorry y'all, he seen violence.
Yeah, I seen plenty of violence, but like I ain't never really seen no actual struggle until I got up to probably 12 or 13 when my daddy passed. All right. So it was kind of like my grandmother and them was struggling, like not struggling, but they was kind of like scrambling, like what the hell we gonna do? Because he paying the bills, they retired. So like shit started going downhill, and that's where everything really transpired and kicked off. But other than that, I was really worried about football, baseball. I wasn't too good at basketball at all. Right.
So you're just being a kid then.
Yeah, being a kid.
Okay, now was your relationship close with your father before he passed?
I wouldn't say it was 100% close, but he was the father. Like he was the man of the house. Like I said, he taking care of his house and my grandfather's house. So basically, he working, and when he come back, like we excited to see him once he come off the boat or whatever the case may be. With he stopped working offshore at like when I was like 10, easy 11. So it was like more of an everyday thing. He'll come to the baseball game, support us, and stuff like that. And when I'm by my mom's house, I call the phone, check up on him. But it wasn't no I'm like, cool, we about to sit down 24/7. I can stay the whole week by my daddy because I know that nigga got to run and make his moves and stuff. But for the most part, he just was on like, man, he was kicking. He was cool. He got 4 children, but he made sure that he knew each and every one of us individually. Like he personally knew us. So we had talks plenty of times. Like he sat there and talked to me and let me know what it was with certain situations and talked to me and let me know how he felt and stuff like that, trying to get me to open up. But I was a kid, so I wasn't really.
In that.
Yeah.
All right. Now, when did the rapping come into play for you?
Honestly, I always was rhyming. Like even 5 years old, I just like it. Really was Birdman fault. I'm blaming on.
You say
Stunner.
Birdman?
Yeah, I'm gonna blame it on Stunner. And tell him he forgot something. If he listening to, he forgot something. I need that contract.
Okay,
but, look,
come back.
It was like it really was his fault. Seeing that like my favorite video, my favorite song like growing up was the Man and Fresh Boom Boom Clap. Boom,
all right.
Boom, clap. Seeing all them the videos and them stunting, pulling up in them Chrysler and stuff like that. I was about
Big
5 years old. I
timers.
just was freestyling and stuff like that. But I didn't actually start taking it serious until I was about 12. Like a couple of my friends at school was rapping.
All right,
And I'm
12.
like, all right, cool. So I ain't the only one around this motherfucker with that dream. Like, so I really started jotting down stuff and like just looking up to Wayne, hearing his bars back to back. It just was like, all right, cool. That just was a style of rap that I always knew, like metaphors, similes, and stuff like that. So it just fell into play. I didn't start dropping music until I was about 15 though.
Okay. Now, you mentioned earlier that you was getting tired of the drill rap. Did Chicago influence you with drill rap? Because they have the new style of drill rap, which they call it the New York drill rap.
Yeah.
And the drill rap is kind of like, it made itself around the world, but Chicago kind of made it polarized with the Chief Keef era. Did they influence you any type?
Most definitely. But like, I mean, they just basically the way they drill rap influenced me was it influenced me to rap about more violence. Like
not the style, but just the vibe.
It was more violence. Like at first, like when I first started rapping, it was kind of like I said, metaphors, similes. I was trying to come up with subjects to rap about, like stuff like that. And they music just basically let me know, like, all right, cool. And then it was around the time I actually started falling into activities. So it was like, cool, like, all right, I can throw this shit in songs. Like yesterday, I just seen a nigga get busted by the police. I can throw this motherfucker
put that in a song now. I don't gotta think about rapping about snacks and shit.
Yeah.
Nah, 15 when you start rapping, what was people thinking? What was you thinking of the songs you was making?
I thought they was fucking dope as a motherfucker.
That's how it always be, huh?
Like, I'm like, man, look, I'm here, but I ain't gonna lie. My brother and my partner was like on some shit like, brother, that one ain't it. Man. That
You
one
think
ain't
everything
it.
you coming out with?
I'm coming
pressure,
with. I done got the cover art made for it already. I'm like, man, I got this motherfucker on saved on SoundCloud as a private song. I've been listening to it for 10 days straight. I'm like, man, I got my drop date on this. I sent it to them. They're like, no, brother, no, that ain't it.
What was your
like,
reaction?
I just was like, I'm open to criticism. Like, I was like, all right, cool. Like till this day, I got a cousin that he rap as well, but I still send him my music. He send me his music, and I let him tell me exactly what he on my ass about making a fucking Detroit type of style song, and I ain't really with it.
You know, the Detroit flow is popular right now,
Yeah.
but a lot of people feel like Detroit flow is kind of an extension of New Orleans old flow.
It is. A lot of them artists done said it, and you can actually hear it in their beats. If you
Yeah, you do.
You can actually hear it in their beats. It is, but I ain't really with it.
You ain't
But
trying to do that?
Nah, but once he told me, it was like, nah, dog, that shit ain't it. I'm like, all right, cool, I'm gonna try something else. So eventually, I actually got that one song where it was kind of like, all right, cool. A lot of people started fucking with it. Even at school, people was messing with it. So I'm like, all right, cool, I might do something. And the song that they actually was messing with, I actually let nobody know I was dropping it. It was like a remix to Future Commas.
All right.
And I was like, I let nobody know. I didn't let nobody know I was dropping it. So that morning when I got to school, one of my partners heard. He was like, boy, that song you dropped this morning, that bit cold. Like, you heard that? I looked on my SoundCloud. They got like 27 plays. I dropped it like 2 hours ago. I'm like, hold on.
27, we live it.
I'm doing something right now.
All right, now between 15, after you rapping, when do you start really, I guess, getting into the rapping and knowing that you're gonna be serious about it? Since people hearing it in school, what's the next step after
I
that?
would think I was kind of still in the shell. Like, I wasn't comfortable with shooting videos yet. So when I made 16, I was hustling. So my mind was like kind of
money.
And then I was like, damn, like that was. But that's the thing. I was doing that prior to rapping as well. But I found rapping more interesting than my priorities at one point. So I just do that first. But then, like, when I turned 16, I was like, all right, I want to do a video, but I couldn't find no cameraman. But then Sun Production was coming up around that time. Shout out
my
Sun,
cousin,
Sun
huh?
Production. I ain't know that.
My cousin,
That's crazy. Man, I'm locked in with Sun for real.
Hey,
For real.
he told about you?
Yeah, see, me and Son, once I started noticing him, I saw he was doing videos with T10. I wasn't too sure if he was just shooting for T10 or shooting for anybody else. Like, you know, So I got in contact with him. About that time, I had probably made 17, and I had just graduated. The time was moving fast. I graduated early, and we had did a video. Me and my partner had ended up doing a video, and once some production had basically told me like the things and I was behind shooting the music video. Well, really, all he told me was look into this camera.
Energy, huh?
Energy. Look into the camera. After that, it was just like I just like, man,
because I remember that because y'all was dropping constantly.
Yeah,
back and back, you was all over his page.
Most definitely, yeah. I was trying to work his ass, but he was standing on my neck too. He had a big part of that too. He was standing on my neck like, nigga, when the next video is, nigga, what's up? Like he was throwing them at me like, nigga, I do a deal this one. I shoot this one for free, nigga. What's up? Like, he was blessing me for real. Okay,
now you start shooting videos. You're rapping about the more violence. And when you're 19, you told me you got shot twice. Mm-hmm. What was this day like for you?
Honestly,
morning to the time it happened.
So basically, long story short, I had just got off work. I was working overnight on the river. I had my TWIC card. I was working overnight. And I had came inside, ran by my grandfather's house. I was supposed to get one of my partners a ride. Mm-hmm. So I ran by my grandfather's house. I'm like, all right, cool. I'm about to sit over here. This nigga wasn't answering the phone. So I'm like, fuck it. All right, cool. I'm about to go inside, go give me some rest because I got to go back to work again tonight. I got to work from 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. So I ended up going by my grandpa, taking a shower, sitting down with my grandpa, chopping it up, eating. And as I'm eating, my partner hit me up like, yeah, come, like you can swing this way. So long story short, I had to go get something from him. But that's why I was really calling him too in the morning because I had to go get something from him. And his house was down the street from my job. But he had done left and told me he was going somewhere with this shit. So I'm like, all right, cool. So I went to go meet him. And when I got there, I'm thinking he gonna want to ride. This nigga was like, no, I don't want to ride. Like, I'm gonna stay over here by Chick House. Mm-hmm. Go ahead, hit, boom. So I'm like, all right, cool. So just normal fucking morning. I'm about to go back inside, take me a goddamn nap so I can go to work again. So I was driving in a car. Ended up, man, I'm driving in the car, dog. All I hear is shots going off, dog. And I just like, fuck. I mean, like any motherfucker gonna do, they gonna shoot fucking back. Like, fuck.
Did you know where the shots were coming from? No. Behind, side? No. So you just started shooting?
Yeah, like when I heard them, it's just like, boom. I identified them once I got fucking hit. That's the thing. Okay. I got hit before I could even shoot back. So, boom, I got hit and it's just like, all right, cool. This is what it is. But I mean, shit, I'm here. So I drove myself to the hospital.
I was just about to ask you that. Yeah. So you got hit twice in the stomach.
I got hit once.
Once in the stomach. So when you get to the hospital, you call your family. What's their reaction?
I ain't call nobody. Like, look, the thing is, I thought I was good. I ain't had no shirt on. I had a jacket underneath. I see I'm hitting my stomach, unzipping my jacket. I look down. It's not bleeding on the outside or nothing, but it was doing internal bleeding, which I didn't know. So I drove to the hospital, get there, and I get out the car and I parked it right there in front of the emergency doors, and the door was locked when I walked into it. And I'm holding because once I got up, it started hurting even more. It wasn't hurting when I was driving. Then once I got up, it started hurting even more. So I'm like, I walk up to the doors is closed, and the officer was standing there. He would like point to the other doors like further down, like.
I'm like, good. Bitch, I'm shot.
I'm like, I'm shot. Like, he like, I know. I'm like, I'm fucking shot. He like, I know that. I'm like, open up the door. He like, oh, you gotta walk down there. I'm like, I'm shot. I'm not going nowhere. I'll open up the door. So he opened up the door because the nurses reacted like, what's going on? So he opened up the door and they was like, what's wrong? He was like, we got a gunshot wound victim. He was like, where's he shot at? He was like, the abdomen. And they just like, once he said that, bro, I swear it was like 3 people inside the waiting room right there. Once he said that, like 10 nurses just started rushing. Oh my gosh, get him in the room now. Get him in the room. I'm like, hold on, what's going on? Y'all tripping now, hold on.
They said they more serious than you, huh?
Yeah, and I'm like, I asked the lady, I'm like, I'm all right. She like, I'm gonna be all right. She like, we don't know. I can't tell you no problem.
Scared but right there, huh?
I still wasn't tripping, bro. I just
like I'm good.
Yeah,
fuck
she was like, come in the room, and lay down on the table. So I was like, all right, cool. She was like, it's cool if we get you naked. I'm like, yeah, like I ain't tripping out. She was like, anybody you want to call or something like that. But when I got shot, I called my partner on the phone as I was driving. I'm like, bro, I'm shot. He was like, man, you lying. I'm like, brother, I'm fucking dead ass. I'm shot. Like, he like, where you going? I couldn't tell him what hospital I was going to because I really didn't know which way I was going to go. Like, first thing was on my mind, I optioned at Jefferson. But I ended up running past University and jumping off the exit quick there. But they was like, anybody want to call before you go into surgery? And I'm like, yeah, let me call my mom. They was like, what's her number? I gave them the number. She like, they was like, what you want to tell her? I was like, tell her I love her. Fuck it. Like, you know, I'm still thinking I'm gonna be good for sure. Like, I ain't even thinking like doing the surgery I can pass or something like that. It might be, so boom. When I got up from the surgery, I had fucking detectives in the room.
You was awake during surgery?
No, I was asleep.
Oh, all right.
So when I got up from the surgery, all I can remember was the lady was telling me, like, she must have read my hand. She was like, "Oh, you from Hollywood, huh?" I'm like, "Yeah." I started laughing and mask on my face.
Your ass
I
out
went straight to sleep. Yeah. But I woke up to about 4 detectives in the damn room. Damn. And my mama was sitting in front of me, and I leaned up, like I leaned up, and I'm like, they run up on me as soon as they see me. "Hey, Mr. Sanders," I'm like, the fuck? And she was like, "Can we talk to you for a second?" I'm like,
about what?
About what? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what? She was like, we know you got shot and blah blah blah, whatever the case may be. And I'm like, I'm just looking like, what? So I reached for the remote. I reached for the remote. They got so mad because I reached for the remote. I'm looking at my mom, talking to my mom. They like, do you want to talk to us? I'm reaching for them. I'm like, no. She's like, why you don't want to talk? I'm like, it's nothing to talk about. So I turn on the TV. I'm scrolling through the channels trying to find BT. Couldn't find BT. So I'm getting pissed off that I can't even find BT, and y'all keep talking to me, bro. I don't want to even talk to y'all.
Out,
so my mama like, he don't want to talk. He sedated out the medicine. He don't want to talk. So they were like, you want us to come back later? I'm like, no. She like, I'm like, what the fuck is BT on the TV? I'm really going to 22. Like, man, I can't find BT. So they was like, all right, we'll just try back later or whatever the case may be. And they came back later on that day or whatever after I woke up and tried to talk to me again. But I was like, I don't want to fucking talk.
Okay. Now, after all this happens, what's your reaction to what's your next move after getting shot? How was the recovery?
Oh, actually, I mean, up in the hospital room, when they moved me from the surgery part and brought me to an actual room, my first thing was I woke up and the lady was like, how you feeling, baby? I'm like, when I'm gonna be out with you, I gotta go to work tonight. She like, what you mean? I'm like, I gotta go to work tonight. I gotta get to work. She like, baby, you just got shot. You ain't gonna be able to walk for like another week. I'm like, another week? Who? And I jumped up out the bed like, you tripping, man. Like, she was like,
you was walking?
She thought she seen a ghost or something. I jumped up like, man, you tripping. I gotta go to work. You tripping. So she was like, well, let's see if you can walk from one side of the hallway to the other side of the hallway. But that was hurting bad. I ain't even gonna lie.
Ain't no work, huh?
Ain't no work. I'm like, boy, they really mean I ain't no work. And I ended up walking from one side of the hallway to the other side of the hallway, back and forth. That shit backfired on me because I was throwing up after that. I was dizzy as fuck, and I had nothing on my stomach.
Hopping out the bed.
I felt stupid.
All right, man. It's all over now. What's your reaction to how would you move after this? Now, antennas up more?
Honestly, it really didn't change a damn thing.
Just keep moving.
Just keep moving. I got out of the hospital in a week and shit. My car got shot up. I was like, fuck, I need another car now. I was trying to get me another car. So I actually ended up getting another car like 2 weeks after I got out the hospital. But no, I'm lying. A week after I got out the hospital, the police ran inside the crib and arrested me. Bro,
same police?
I was lost. I was lost as hell. Like, no, they sent like the ATF SWAT team or whatever the case may be. I was lost as hell.
You think it stemmed from that incident? They like, you just got
I didn't know what. No, first of all, I thought that they was coming to the crib just to like do a search warrant or something. Like, cause I was sleeping on the sofa. I had to stay up that whole entire night. It was Valentine's Day, like 2019 or something like that. And I stayed up the whole night just laying down looking at YouTube. And I just know next thing you know, like 30 minutes after I go to sleep, all I see is flashlights coming through the window and get up, police. I'm like, what the fuck? My brother said he tried to wake me up several times because my people, they actually went to my mom's house and he went to my grandfather's house. So so my brother was trying to wake me up, but I was knocked out. He's like, man, I smacked the hell out you and everything. You still wouldn't get up. And I just was, I woke up with fucking flashlights and assault rifles in my face. And they was like, get up. Don't move. I don't know what the fuck to do at this time. You telling me don't move, get up. I don't know. Look, just do what you gotta do.
Confusing me.
Yeah, so the man snatched me off the sofa and he picked me up and he brought me outside. I was in my underwear. It's freezing cold outside. And I'm like, can y'all give me my bathrobe to put on so I can, I'm cold.
Accommodate me, please.
Yeah, y'all can do what y'all gotta do. I'm cold, bro. Like it was like, oh, you can't go to jail in the bathrobe. Go to jail? Who going to jail? What I'm going to jail for? Go to jail? It was like,
say for what?
Oh yeah, we've been looking for you for 2 weeks. 2 weeks? I just got out the hospital, buddy. Like, What
So you could have got me at the hospital.
Real talk, bro. I'm like, what you mean? Like 2 weeks. And like, oh yeah, I don't know what it's about, but they say, you've been wanted for 2 weeks. I'm like, all right, cool. So I'm like, fuck it. All right, cool. Just give me my pajamas. I put on my pajamas, put on my jacket. Now at this time, I still got an open wound of me being shot because I've been out of the hospital for a week. So they ended up bringing me to the back of the police car. So I asked the man what the charges was. He tell me what the charges. I'm like, nigga, I got shot that day. What the fuck is you talking about? He like, that's not what they said. I'm like, bro, didn't you just see a fucking open wound on my stomach?
So they charged you with like attempt murder or some shit?
No, they charged me with aggravated assault with a firearm, discharging a firearm doing a violent crime, illegal use of firearm. Man, the motherfucker just racked up charges on me and said, go get this nigga.
I was self-defense.
Yeah, like, I'm like, all right, cool. I see what it was. I see what it was. Further down the line, I kind of understood why they arrested me, because it just basically was like on some shit as in he didn't basically cooperate with us. So somebody got to go to jail for this bullshit.
Y'all tell us nothing about the crime. So you going, bitch?
Yeah, so you going. So I ended up fucking doing like a week and a half in there with a fucking open wound on my damn stomach. I just like, oh well, but that shit literally just it really ain't do nothing to me. And it's crazy because my daughter was on the way at the time. She was like 5 months. Her mom was like 5 months with her, but it still wasn't like it just was happening so fast. None of it was still was processing in my head. Yeah, like it just was happening so fast. So the next thing I was thinking of was get a damn car so I can go back to work. I wanted to work. Shit, I got to provide
some money.
So, yeah.
Okay. It's all over with this. Let's get back to the music. That was a long story, man.
It was. Brother.
Now, you back. How does this affect the music career after this? Are you still rapping? Or are you trying to get everything? Then you say you won't go back to work. You ain't think about music at the time after this happens?
I'm devastated. I'm hurt. I got a partner that was on my ass. He was like, brother, y'all got to get back to the music. Y'all got to get back to the music. Get the merch done. Ooh, but bro, I just got shot. Like none of y'all don't understand exactly what the hell just happened. I got shot. Was put in jail for me being shot. I'm like, this shit is not processed through my brain. Music is the last thing I'm worrying about. So I don't even know when I started doing music. Oh, I'm lying. I did shoot a video with Sun Production while I was shot. Like, it was some old stuff that I had. And I just told Sun, like, let's go ahead and shoot this video. And we shot the video by the streetcar tracks or whatever up in Pigeon Town by Palmer Park or whatever. And we shot that video, but I never released it because we had to reshoot it. And then once we reshot it again or something like that, I still didn't like how the video came out. And so I'm like, nah, we ain't gonna even do it. So I never released that one. But I did get back to music with that video. But as far as me writing music and making music, I really didn't make no music after that for like a couple of months. I just was like, I was just like, damn.
Still letting everything process shit. That's understandable. Now, you had also a viral freestyle on Twitter and Instagram.
Correct.
When you said it to me, I'm like, well, I remember this shit. Y'all was a bunch of y'all in the street, and y'all was freestyling. When you made this and the reaction came, what was your thoughts on that, of how everybody received it?
See, my partner, it was his video shoot. We was shooting with Sun that day as well. So he was like, man, everybody just freestyle. And me, I know how to play my role. Like, I'm here for your video shoot, bro. I'm just going to be a video.
I ain't gonna lie, you did take over the freestyle.
Yeah, see, look, I'm like, I'm going to just be here for the video. And I mean, I'm going to just support, you see what I'm saying? It was like, man, freestyle. So I'm like, all right, cool, boom. So I ended up freestyling, whatever the case may be, and I ain't think the shit was hot. I'm like, fucking nah, I don't like it. But my partner kept playing it for himself after he got the footage. Like, his son had sent us the footage, like, literally while we were standing there. So my partner kept replaying it for like the next couple of days. Like, man, this bitch cold. So he posted his freestyle on the ground.
I remember
that. His shit went up too. His shit went up, and then he ended up sneaking and posting mine. I'm like, you bitch ass nigga. Like, I told you like this. But he was like, man, they on your trail, brother. They on your trail. Like, bitch, they think it's cool. So I ended up, I'm like, all right, cool. I'm going to see what's up. So I posted it on my Instagram, on an Insta Snap. And BTY KJ, youngin' cousin, he ended up hitting me up like, man, send me this shit. So he posted it on his regular page. And his shit went up fast on that page. So I'm like, hold up, they really messing with it. So I still ain't posting on my Instagram. I'm like, I'm gonna go to Twitter. So I ended up posting it on Twitter like Instagram. And I think I posted it as like, I talk my shit whenever. And like I just was like, man, let me see if they gonna be feeling like, cause I know Instagram feeling it, and you know Twitter is just like it's a social media site. But they anti-social like a motherfucker on social media. I mean on Twitter, but I'm like, I ended up what I did was I turned my notifications off and I went to the gym. And I'm talking about like I'm in the gym for like 40 minutes to an hour, and boom, I turned my notifications back on. I stopped in between. I turned my notifications back on in between my workout. And I look at the phone, that bitch, dum, 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 dum. I'm like, fuck this gym. I'm like, hold on. Let's see what the fuck going on. So I check it, and it's at like I see like 3,000 views at the time. Like I said, I had posted it like an hour ago. They had buku retweets, and it just kept going up. People commenting, because you know I had pulled the damn gun out my underwear. Yeah, I had on no shirt, so motherfuckers was like, where this nigga gun came from? Like, what the fuck?
I saw that shit. You were struggling to get that bitch. I would.
That's what people don't know.
I'm like, this bitch can't get it out.
Nigga, I seen a lot of comments like, man, I thought he about to pull something else out. Like, he tripping, homies. He seen all the homie pubic. I was really struggling to get that bitch out. Like, if somebody was swinging around that corner that time.
That was about 10 seconds. I'm like, this bitch really like, fuck.
But once that happened, it was going up. It kept going up, and shit got crazy. I'm like, damn. It got crazy towards where I started actually getting a whole bunch of random DMs from females. I'm like, okay, I can do this rap shit. Yes, like, sir. It was out their mind in the DM. I'm like, man, what in the world? But
so you got a sweet piece of that rapper group and shit right there.
Quick. It was quick. I'm like, man, this shit crazy.
All right, now. Also, you say you also won a showcase. What was the name of the showcase?
Slater Mike.
Slater Mike.
Yeah.
How did you enter this showcase? How did this come about?
I actually seen them promoting it on Instagram. Like Mr. Mina from Partners in Crime. He was promoting it on Instagram, and I just had DM'd him. I had DM'd him and said something about it. Something on Instagram, and he was like, "Well, why don't you come and perform for the showcase? Like audition for the showcase? Because at first it was auditions that they was doing." So I'm like, all right, cool. I auditioned for it. And it was an opportunity to win $500. Now at the time, I was selling my CDs. I was selling CDs. So I'm like, cool. That's rap money to me, basically. Like I'm making money off my CDs. It's an additional $500 I can possibly win. So I ended up going down there to the studio and auditioning for him. And he was like, man, I'm fucking with your music, bro. Like you're like for real. Like beyond this Slater Mike stuff. You're like, man, I'm messing with you. So I'm like, I appreciate it, bro. Him and Chuck like a big brother to me too, like a mentor. It was like, man, we fucking with you, bro. Like we worked with Youngin, and like you got that it factor, like you see what I'm saying. So I just ended up getting into the Slater Mike competition that time. I ended up doing it like 2 or 3 times before I actually won. Cause like it was some things that happened in between a few of them, but like the second time I entered, somebody ended up winning. It came down to me and him. I was basically a runner-up. It came down to me and him. And the third time I came back, they asked me to come back because I really didn't want to do it again because I kind of like was looking at it like the purpose of it was to bring artists together, and it was doing that. So like I took it as like the actual purpose is working, and I'm connecting with other artists, so I'm cool with it. You know what I'm saying? I'm networking, so I'm cool with that. But they wanted me to come back again, so I came back and won it. But
you remember who you lost to?
La Hood. All right. Man, La Hood. He in jail.
Yeah.
Oh, that dude. You said the dude. I think I should have won. Yeah. He should have won. Nah, that nigga crowd came with it because it's basically off the audience. Like,
all right, it's like
your supporters.
Like 106 and Park.
Yeah.
You scream for him. You scream.
Yeah, for him. Your audience got to come in. Once everybody eliminated, like the crowd got to scream for people that's up there level. And that nigga crowd showed the fuck up. I'm talking about that nigga partner was on stage. Yo, jumping, boom.
How you were? You like?
I'm like, man, y'all better show out. Y'all better show out. And then boom, they scream, and of course this shit was loud. I'm like, fuck it, all right, that's cool. So afterwards, I dapped them all to them like, good shit, bro. Like that's just what it was. And then after they played this song, we turned up together to this song, like you know. Thanks. So that was some nice shit. But yeah, he definitely should have won out. We went out fast.
Okay. Okay, you honest. Now, performances as well. Houston, New York. How was the performances? Which one was better?
I would say Houston. Because New York was more of a competition. Okay. Again, and that was for like $1,000 or something like that. And New York, I mean, it was like basically we was going up against different people. Like I went up against somebody that was doing reggae. So it was kind of like they style of music up there is reggae up in New Jersey and stuff like that. So yeah, and they had judges and stuff like that. So the judges was feeling the reggae, but they was telling me like, yo, we feeling that New Orleans shit, bro. Like that shit cool. But then they had a whole bunch of people like kind of like from the crowd that was just running up on me because I had went stood outside after that. And they was just running up outside like, man, don't let that shit bring you down, bro. That shit cool. Like, but up in Houston, when I went to Houston, oh man, I went there and had like a 10-minute set. I rocked that bit with like 5 songs. Man, I was tired, out of breath. Them motherfuckers in the crowd was like...
That was your first like real set where you performed a lot of songs?
Yeah, and them motherfuckers in the crowd was like, they was turning up the whole time to the songs like as if they knew it. They was turning up. So I'm like, all right, cool, I'm feeling this. And then I had CDs at the time too, so I was passing out my CDs afterwards too. So it was really like, man, it's crazy. Like, because people was messing with the music and they was getting the CDs, throwing them right in after I gave them the CDs. Like,
okay. I have some rap questions about just the general, not personal question towards you, but if you can answer the question about rappers.
All right.
Why do, I guess, most rappers choose rap?
I have no idea. probably for the money, because a lot of people join rapping for money because like they probably think it's a quick come up. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like I don't know, like basically how people just choose sports instead of looking into something else. Like what I can be on a debate team, or either I can be a lawyer or something like that, and it'll work out in a long time. You see what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
But a lot of people just think that, all right, cool. Like if I go straight to rapping, I might blow up out of one song and boom, I'm done. We get money off the table, like you know. So I think that's why a lot of people choose rap, and then they actually kind of start feeling a passion for it and actually start liking it. And over time, it's either you're going to get better or you're going to fall the fuck off. Only the two. You're going to get better or fall the fuck off. So some people get better, some people fall off, and some people still hang on to it because they got the passion for it. So that's why I think a lot of them choose it just mostly for the money.
Okay. Another one. Do you feel it's the artist's fault or the label's fault when it comes out that, oh, I'm fucked in this deal? They don't want to let me drop nothing. Who you blame?
It's the artist's fault.
Because
this shit been happening since fucking 1985.
This coming from an artist too,
like,
y'all.
It's the artist's fault, bro. Cause like I done sat down with somebody and actually read over a contract, and it wasn't no big ass major deal. But when I read over the contract, I was gonna be paying this nigga from helping me, from being with me, like from signing to him. I was gonna be paying him. I read the contract, and he was like, "Yeah, just sign right there." He was just flipping through the pages. He flipped over the middle page. I'm like, "What that one is?" He like, I'm like, "Let me read it." So he was like, "All right." So he give me the paper. I'm reading over all the shit. And we sitting in the middle of the mall, meeting up, and I'm reading over the papers. And like a lot of the shit I do by myself, I know I should be having somebody else helping me with it. But a lot of shit I like kind of doing by myself because I have a better understanding when I get a visual, you know. So I'm like, cool. I'm reading over it. I'm like, nah, this ain't it.
This ain't right.
This ain't it. So he was like, oh man, I'm gonna write you up another contract. Then I'm like, no, don't even worry about it.
If you're gonna try to do that on the first one,
don't even worry about it, bro. Don't even worry about it.
Okay. Now, what's your thoughts on, I guess, artists wanting to get out of contracts after they blow up, though? You know, like when an artist is small and they sign to the label, and then that label puts in the work, they put them out, then they get to the bigger label. But now they don't want get them proceeds to the small label that helped them first.
I honestly think they idiots, first of all.
Idiots.
Like, because like I said, it's the artist's fault that they got into that contract. So basically you blow up and those people need their fucking money back. You see what I'm saying? Right. They didn't give you $50,000 for an advance, $100,000 for an advance, or something like that.
Not a big label. They need that.
Yeah, they need that back. You see what I'm saying? So you feeling some type of way because you still, and then it's still contract agreements. Like you probably got to drop 3 studio albums. Yep. And sometimes they do be playing games. Like I heard Meek Mill say that they try to make him drop his Dream Chasers 3 as a mixtape because the previous ones was mixtapes. And he was like, nah, this is an album. Like, y'all tripping. Like,
I'm trying to get out.
Yeah, but a lot of people be forgetting about that too. Like, just because you blow up, now they want all their money. Like, damn, I want all this money. But at the end of the day, you basically benefit from that contract, and they benefit from that contract. You see what I'm saying? It's just that your benefits, basically in the long run, is not as beneficial as theirs. You see what I'm saying? Because they still eating in the long run, and now you done ran through your money because you got excited with all this, and ain't nobody tell you run through your money. So Are you trying to get out? I just feel like that's just stupid on your behalf for not even paying attention from the start of the beginning. And whoever was behind you, another thing is, you see what I'm saying? Whoever was supposed to like you know, you're supposed to have an attorney to help you look over that type of shit as well. Whoever else didn't look over that, then that was stupid on their behalf. That's why I salute Kanye, because I seen on the documentary that he was signing with Rockefeller and he was reading over the shit his damn self, doing all that other shit. So Kanye smart as a motherfucker.
You know, you call him crazy, but they call him a genius. Yeah. Now, when you know all rappers, not even rappers, everybody, they dream about getting rich and what they'll do with their first big bag of money. Whether if it's $1 million, $2 million. A lot of people have these little shows where they be, I spent this first $1 million on. I got the car, I got the mama house, I got me some change. What's your first big bag gonna be like?
Nah, I ain't gonna lie. At first, for a while, I didn't know what I was spending on, but boy, the way my mama backed me with this shit, boy. I don't give a fuck if I fall off afterwards. The first thing the first thing she getting is a damn house, bro. Like I just did that concert the other day, the performance, and she was on stage with me, turning up, know every word. You know, I had to let them know, like, that's my mama behind me bucking. They're like, you know what I'm saying? This ain't no fat, it's my mama behind me. So that's the first thing I'm gonna do, make sure I get her a house, or either a car, whatever, you know, whatever she desired. But I really want it to be a house. But after that, I'm gonna go ahead and invest into other businesses. Like, I mean, I'm gonna invest into my rap music, but I'm gonna invest in other businesses. Like, I got my CDL. So I'm gonna go grab me a couple of trucks probably.
CDL.
Yeah.
I got my CDL too, you know.
Yeah, see, I'm gonna go grab me a few trucks and I'm gonna go some shit where I know for sure, like, if this rap stuff ain't moving, I still got money that's gonna come, you know, and pay the bills. And then of course those people gotta get their money back, you know what I'm saying? So they might get it back through music, or they might have to get it back straight out my pockets. Either way it go, I got it still, you know what I'm saying?
Facts. Now, we talked about music. I got these 2 cards I want to ask you about a little bit, some relationship things, because I want to ask artists so people can see them outside of music. So I want to get your take on these. So let me know what you think of these 2 cards. I'm going to read this first question for you. I don't hold back, yeah?
All right.
You single or in a relationship? If I ask you this, all
I'm
right.
single.
Your best friend admits to often fantasizing about you. This is a woman. You got a woman best friend?
I know.
All right. Your best friend admits to often fantasizing about you and your significant other and asks for a threesome. How would you respond?
See, the thing is, I don't know if my significant other gonna be cool with it. So it's like,
This is how would you respond?
yeah, see, like, boom, I'm thinking to myself, now I'm gonna think to myself, like, damn, I could bring it to her attention and let her know. But you know, a lot of females have problems with best friends have been, you know, so I might go ahead, depending on what I'm doing in a relationship, because I do cheat. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. I do cheat. So, depending on what I'm doing in the relationship at the moment, if I'm cheating or either if I'm being faithful, I might just go ahead and go ahead and be like, you know what? Don't worry about her. All right. Let's focus on me and you. You know, like,
let me and you do it. Yeah. Let's stay out later. No threesome.
Yeah. But if anything, like, if I'm being faithful, like, you see what I'm saying? I'd be like,
big if, y'all. If I'm
you
being
tripping,
faithful.
like, you tripping. I mean, I'm gonna fall back because she was right about this shit. She told me not to trust you, bitch. Like, she told me not to
boy, this baby boy shit. This only event. All right. How long have you ever been faithful? What's the longest you ever been faithful in a relationship?
Like a year or 2.
All right. Strong there. One more. A woman's best friend is a chronic cheater. Her significant other feels uncomfortable and doesn't want them going out together. Is he reasonable?
I mean, he reasonable. Most definitely. He reasonable. But I kind of feel like it's not 100% insecure and it's like not 100% self-conscious. It's kind of like basically he just know for sure. Like basically if I see your best friend cheating around me and I know for sure that she can influence you to cheat, then it's like,
you think birds ever flood the flock together?
Yeah, but I'm not that type of person, honestly, because like I done deal with some relationships and some of my girlfriends that had some wild ass best friends that are knocked my cousin down on the first night. And I mean, I ain't looking at it like, oh no, you can't be hanging with her. She tripping. She just fucked my cousin last night. She just fucked my partner last week. I don't be like that. I just like, you know, if that's what you choose to, if that's what you choose to do, that was your decision. Okay. You see what I'm saying? And I know how to walk away from situations. So if it comes to the light and I find out that's what you did, then adios. It ain't about it ain't about being able to handle that shit or not being able to ditch out what you can't handle. It's about what you want to tolerate. You see what I'm saying? Sure. So like, nah, that shit I'm stepping away from.
Now, ladies, y'all got a little bit of what he think about a cup relationship thing. So y'all been in his brain. You got any other hobbies outside of music?
Yeah. I like
What you laughing for? You about to do some funny
Because,
shit? You like
man.
juggling? Go ahead, bro. What you like?
Man,
to
I
do?
like skateboarding and playing tennis, brother.
Okay,
I like
okay.
shooting pool too.
All right,
Skateboarding, playing tennis, shooting pool. Other than that, I don't really think nothing else.
All right.
And for the most part, I'll be spending time with my kids.
Now, we got a surprise for y'all. He gonna bless y'all with some balls today. So we gonna put on a beat. You want to pick the beat? Or you want me to just throw on something? I'm gonna just go to YouTube and put in a MAINE CORLEONE type of beat.
Go to YouTube.
Nigga said MAINE CORLEONE type beat.
I'm out there.
What you want me to put? Drill beat, Detroit beat, Young Boy beat, Dirk beat.
Shit, I don't know, bro. I honestly wouldn't know. Let me see.
I'm gonna let them pick y'all.
I'm gonna do a throwback beat.
Throwback beat.
Let me see. I'm gonna just type in fucking 2000s
2000s beat.
hip hop.
Oh yeah, you say you freestyle too. You say you haven't been writing in 2 years, huh?
Yeah, I ain't writing a minute, bro.
Where that come from? That's like Wayne.
My cousin forced me on that shit, bro. Like he forced me into that shit. Like basically, like you need to work faster type shit. You see what I'm saying? Like you need to work faster. Like
Was it hard?
it was after a while. It was. Oh, this is a good one right here. That's a good one right here.
All right, now if you fuck up, keep going. This a live show. I ain't gonna be editing this shit for you.
I got it. But nah, it was hard. It was hard after a while. It was hard. I mean, it was hard to begin with. But it kind of was like it became like a walk in the park for me.
Okay.
Like I don't completely freestyle all the way through. If depending like at the start of the beat, I would have to freestyle all the way in because if I'm punching in at the start of the beat, that song not for me. You see what I'm saying?
All right.
But if I don't come out straight with a flow at the start of the beat, then boom, you're tripping. Like it's not it.
All
but
right.
if I come straight out and yeah, I think I could finish that motherfucker and get through it.
All right, y'all. We about to see then. It's a throwback. T.I. You don't know me.
Okay. Take it, hear me? Always ready to drop. Man, that motherfucker. Alright. Gang. Know that. All the girls finest and niggas know that I get on. If they said smoke, we up for 30 days and 30 nights. I'm quick to pull up on like I'm trying to get my chest right. Spinning in front of his crib, wetting shit up like sprinklers. Bro, the wildin' out with that glizzy. Call him Nick Cannon. If stupid say it's a goat, then I'm popping out for show. When I pop out with this bitch in my hand, it ain't for show. Ain't no running, ain't no grazing, ain't nobody out surviving. I'm hopping out, running down and putting this bitch to your noggin. I got 2 hands on that cutter like I'm operating a weed eater. Speaking on my partner, that's the quickest way to link with him. My shoes cost Chicago, my jeans cost your rent payment. For $2,500, air come spraying like exterminator. I feel like I'm tipped back in 2006. But I'm not just anybody, I got choppers in his whip. Bitch, I'm feeling like I'm tipped back in 2006. I don't hang with anybody, there's real killers in his whip. I'm a real street nigga, I just happen to rap. And if a nigga think I'm lying, you can Google the facts. I'm up in the trap, I'm posted with it all on my lap. I'm top 5 in my section, got the grow on my back. And right now I'm posted up with TaeVi. Know we doing our thing, boy. Gotta keep it, hold it down and nigga. Hold on, let me come back on it. Hold on. Look. I'm the hottest in the city, I ain't even trying to argue with you. If a bitch go to trip, smack it in it for a brother. Hotter groove in the building. I'm the hottest out, nigga. Hold it down for my section. Don't you ever forget, boy. Top 3 in my section. I said top 5 at first. I gotta hear that back.
Top 3 in this
hear
shit.
that back.
I said top 5 at first.
Yeah, I said top 5 at first. Top 3.
Y'all got a real freestyle, bruh. When y'all come on here, I be letting y'all pick y'all beats and pick shit that y'all wrote. Mm-hmm. But this a freestyle. I'm gonna start calling y'all shit.
We can throw something else on too if y'all want.
Come on, we can do one more.
Throw something else on if y'all want.
What you want to do? You can pick.
Shit, let me see. Fuck. I don't know. Let me see. Let me go back to this damn category again.
He giving y'all 2, man. It's a
I'm gonna go back to this
deluxe
category
special.
again. I seen it. Sky's the limit. I whip it, hit him up.
Oh, that sky's the limit. You can
Trap or die. I'm gonna do this one.
stretching this little drink.
I'm gonna do this one. I don't think they heard that one before. I used to be infatuated with this song when I was younger.
Ooh.
No die. Hold up. Masked up with some gloves, so you know it's going down. It ain't about where you from, young boys, where you at. And I'm hoping that you strap when I pull up on your set. And I love competition, don't be scared to buzz back. I'ma pop you like a pill, and if forget you like my ex, well, I gotta keep a peace, cause my beef's trying to creep. When it's beef, I don't sleep, not until your ass deceased. I got love in these streets, plus my daddy was a G. I'm a Hollywood Grove nigga, boy, you better do some research. I can snap my fucking fingers just to put you on a t-shirt. If you scared, go to church and tell a reverend he can get it too. Ain't no fuck exceptions when I'm shooting fucking out. Ain't no exceptions when I'm shooting for that revenue. Niggas know I do what I'm. Look, I'm a hustler. I'm a hustler by cash. Look, keep it out. I got 2 for 25. I fucked the game up. Bag bigger than Mitch on paying for. Oh man. Gang. I said shout out to Casper. Shout out to me. If you in the streets, just squash the damn beef. It ain't that damn serious if it ain't about no money. And if it's about some damn pussy, then y'all both fucking flown. Cause I ain't lying, I be doing this shit for real. Niggas tripping, niggas bitches, niggas hoes. And I pull a nigga car, make him mad like a draw foe. These niggas really hoes. And I can talk my shit on this bitch all day, but I ain't even gonna lie. I can talk my shit all day on this motherfucker, bro.
That shit funny as fuck, bro. Man. All right, bro. Let's see. Now, we got all these mixtapes out. Do you have an official album?
Nah.
Why no official album?
Cause I honestly feel like I'm gonna be honest. I really don't even know the difference between a mixtape and an album at this moment. I really don't, cause at first when I first growing up, like mixtapes was actually mixtapes. Like listening to Wayne get on the
other people beats, right?
Other people beats.
Not mixtapes is
it's
originals.
just some quick shit to put out. That's how I look at it now. Mixtapes is just some quick shit to put out, and albums is something that you actually take your time on and just kind of perfect. You see what I'm saying? And get features from other artists. Or either you might do it by yourself, because a lot of artists like come out and have no features on the album sometimes, you know what I'm saying? And they might have one feature, but I honestly ain't got no album right now. I'm probably gonna get one together after this next EP, because I've been just thinking to myself like it was time to do it, but I had enough songs to just go ahead and just constantly drop tape after tape after tape to make my catalog bigger and stronger. And you see what I'm saying? So I just was like, that's just how I'm gonna do it for right now. But I might just go ahead and settle down soon and just kind of do an album. But I be so on the rush, it's just like I don't never really have enough time to really like cool, because I be wanting to get some days where I'm locked in the studio for like 10 hours. And maybe whenever I go ahead and do that, then that day might just be like come out with like 5 songs, and those 5 songs, out of 5 of those might be 3 on going towards an album. You see what I'm saying?
What's the most songs you recorded in a studio session?
I did like 5 in 2 hours one time.
Okay.
I did like 5.
Was the quality?
No, I didn't like the quality of the studio, but
no, I'm talking about of your songs.
Yeah, I was about to say of the songs. Yeah, of the songs. Yeah, hell yeah. It actually been I don't know. It's one of them is the Plenty Nights. Is a freestyle I got on YouTube. It's a video that I did. So it's called Plenty Nights, and that one was actually one of them that I did. I did that one first in the studio. I did that one. It was like a pain beat. I was going through some shit. I like put that bitch on, and I heard it, and I'm like, I ran that all the way through, like from here and there, and punched in bar to bar. But after that, I flashed out on some turn up beat. I did like I don't know if that's a Detroit beat or whatever the case may be, but I had found it on a computer my cousin had, and I just like whenever I go to the studio, I'm gonna just do this, because me and him was supposed to do the beat, but he backed out on me, and I just was tweaking to do the beat because the beat was cold as hell. So I ended up doing that shit too. But it was like 5 songs straight, and that shit was them bitches was nice. Them bitches was nice. I think I released probably about 3 of them so far.
Okay, and I got how do you feel about working with other artists?
Honestly, I would love to work with other artists. I got a whole bunch of artists I gotta work with. I got like 3 features I gotta knock out this weekend, and it's like it's just the thing is, I be feeling like if we gonna do a song, I'd rather do some visuals to it. Cause like the visuals matter more.
Especially when you like coming up, it makes sense to be seen.
To be seen.
Ain't like a nigga Drake and Kendrick where
where we can just put the audio out and we gonna get, you see what I'm saying? So
that makes sense.
Like I'd rather put the visuals out because I feel like the visuals draw more attention, you see what I'm saying? And then people go look for the audio. Yep. So I'm like, all right, cool. I do features with people. I do, my prices are what they are, you see what I'm saying? I am charging and you see what I'm saying?
My price is my price.
Yeah, my price is my price. I ain't even peeped that. But look, my price is my price. Real talk. So I done had some artists curse me out and block me. Like, nigga, fuck you. You
ain't worth that
like,
shit.
yeah, like, I'm like, all right, cool. This nigga out his mind. Like, nigga, you gonna see me at the top. And it's just like,
that's a movie shit right there. I'm out.
I'm out this bitch. So, I would love to work with a lot of artists, but due to certain circumstances in the city, like a lot of people don't want to work with certain people because they know people, don't fuck with other people and shit like that.
Small city.
Small city. I just feel like if people could look at it and just put like business with business and street with street, because I know a lot of sometimes like blood been shed, so you can't do certain shit, but it's just like, I mean, I try to work with everybody that I can. And sometimes I get to certain people's page and see that they mess with somebody and be like, he damn sure ain't gonna do no feature with me because I know damn well. And I still reach out to certain people, you see what I'm saying? I still reach out to certain people, be like, fuck it, you know? I mean, because I don't look at it in certain ways, but I really want to do features with a whole bunch of artists in the city.
How do you know how much to charge?
Honestly, you just gotta know, like, you just gotta be realistic, like
your work, huh?
Yeah, you gotta know your work. Be realistic, cause it's like a lot of people. You can't just come out and just be like, all right, I got a buzz. I'm getting a couple of thousand views on YouTube. I want $1,000. You see what I'm saying? Cause you're still in your city. Like dude cursed me out cause he felt like that wasn't enough money. I shouldn't have been charging that much. So honestly, if he felt like I shouldn't have been charging that much,
he didn't want the feature.
Yeah, he didn't want the feature. You see what I'm saying? Like, I guess he wanted it off the muscle or whatever the case may be, but. I don't know, but I mean, I charge like by the bars and
like
break it down.
12 bars.
Yeah, but like I do like I start off with 12, so basically 12, then 16 and 16 and a hook. Like I'd even do the hook and find an instrumental for you if that's what you want to do. You see what I'm saying? So
and the visual.
Yeah, and the visuals. You see what I'm saying? So boom, I do it like that.
Total package. Now, before we get out of here, you're a father. You have 2 kids. How's the father life for you, bro?
It's wonderful, bro. It make me look at a whole bunch of shit different. Like I don't even think for myself no more. Like I'm moving, everything I do like is for them and for us. Like everything that I think of and everywhere I move is for us basically. I knew like at the end of the night I gotta make it back home to my damn children. Like if I end up incarcerated, the worst case scenario, I gotta make it back to my kids. You see what I'm saying? Like I know they just I don't know though. I got a warm feeling in my heart for them and like
bubbly over there.
Yeah, I could spend a whole year with them. Like fuck everybody else. I could lock inside the house and just boom. I could just stay down with them all day because it's funny. They got their own personalities. Right. It's loving. They both show me affection. Like it's crazy.
That's good, bro. Now it was a great interview, man. Well, great show. I didn't even feel like an interview. We had like a little baby interrogation earlier, but it's okay. MAINE CORLEONE, bro. Any last words for your fans and the people, bro?
I appreciate y'all. Y'all definitely play a big part of my career. Y'all got me this far. Thank you for everybody that's been standing out since day one. Shit, if you know me like you know, I'm not a rapper, and you gotta bear with me, dog. I'm coming with it. I'm trying to stay more consistent, dog. I appreciate all y'all for real, like I said, and it's just that. We gonna get there. And eventually, when I do get somewhere, I got something for y'all. Not music. I got something for y'all. You see what I'm saying? But for all the artists that's out there trying to get in contact with me and work, just hit me up on Instagram. Either follow instructions in my bio and email me.
You gonna have to get this little clip and just pull that on your page. Yeah. All the artists who try to hit me up, that's gonna be a repeated thing. All right, man. MAINE CORLEONE, TaeVi, keep going.
Shout out to TaeVi. Appreciate you for having me on the show, bro.
You know that?
Appreciate it. I love what you got going on, bro. Real talk. This shit is cool as a motherfucker. I mean, one thing I like doing is sitting inside and watching interviews. And that's shit I like. I done watched all of Kevin Gates' interviews. I love just every time Gillian Wallow drop an interview, I watch.
I'm on it.
Yeah, so I like this shit. Real talk. So I'm tapping in every week, every time you drop something.
Yes, sir. Thank you, bro. Like I said again, MAINE CORLEONE, TaeVi's podcast, man. Stay safe, brother. Appreciation for coming on. And we out.
Know that.